30th. We really, really appreciate you choosing to watch here. You can skip ahead 30 minutes if you're watching the past broadcast and you want to just get to the state of play. We really appreciate the support of the channel lately. I did my predictions and expectations this morning, and so many new folks tuned in and hit subscribe. We had a great day. I am going to put the daily goal right here. You guys went so crazy with the members. I ended up dropping a 50 bomb on chat to celebrate. To say thank you, and we are going to have that members only Foam Star stream on Friday night with my producer because he hates the game, and it'll be funny. So make sure you guys tune into that on Friday night. But it's Thursday night, and I'm going to end the member stream and bring everybody over with a redirect. And as I do that, you guys make sure that you are smashing that like button as you come over, as the stream starts. We really, really appreciate so much the support that you guys have continued to just pour out on the channel with members, gifted members, super chats, just the love on those uploads and streams every day. There probably won't be an upload tomorrow either. I won't have time to record one and put one together this evening because I'm hanging out with you. And ordinarily right now, I would be putting the finishing touches on a recording and uploading everything for my producer and editor to put together. So thank you guys so much for being here. And I'm excited. I've got my expectations set to stay to play. I don't think this is going to be some knockdown, drag out banger, but I think we're going to have some good announcements and some good things to see. And I obviously am hoping that they at least, point to the showcase that I believe is happening later this year in September. So DP Sage, I'm a worker lurker, but I'm here, baby. Yo, thank you so much for the $2 super chat tip. I appreciate that. And nobody with 26 months on a Member Plus. Probably late for this, but did you see the final shape got leaked? It looked like it was a minor leak, actually. It looked like it was going to be pretty extreme, and it turned out to not be too extreme. But yeah, I did see the news that happened. Yeah, they loaded it onto like the streaming servers or something, and people got in. Again, it looks like they were able to shut it down and keep from too much stuff getting out. So, once again, guys, thanks for being here. Make sure as you're kind of piling in and getting excited, go through that ritual of smashing that like button and get us those first 100 likes. It helps this video find more people. We appreciate you guys deciding to spend your evening with us watching the State of Play. You could choose to watch this in a variety of places, and we appreciate you choosing to watch here. Tony can tell me that they are closing down and deleting my online library, and I'd still be in a good mood. Can't imagine why. Why are you in that good of a mood? Goodness gracious. Since it's a State of Play and not a full-blown showcase, my expectations are quite low, but I'm open to being surprised. Ula Tech with a 16 months and a Member Plus. Hey, Lono, excited to be here for State of Play. What are you most pumped to see? I'm actually hoping we see Concord gameplay. I think it's time. I think it's time to show us some Concord gameplay. Very interested to see what kind of a game it is. I am kind of excited to see what this Astro Bot game is like. That's more for my kiddos, though. They really, really loved the Astro game. And so I'd love to see that. I am holding out hope that they've got like a big showstopper at the end and that it's a Ghost of Tsushima teaser, just a very short cinematic, kind of like the Wolverine one from a while ago. And then they say something to the effect of, we can't wait to share more later this year at our showcase. Yeah. So, you've been up since 10 p.m. at work last night? You're hoping for Phantom Blade Zero? I don't know if Phantom Blade Zero is going to be there. I feel like people have said that's gonna be a ways away. So I don't know. People were thinking it might be a year away or so. So I don't know if they're gonna shadow drop Astro. I don't know. We'll see. I think that'd be a little weird. Oh, I think I have my music turned down a teeny bit. There we go. I had my music turned down for the member stream. If you're not currently a member of the channel, great channel to be a member of, where we had like a waiting room. We just hung out for 4 hours and just talked. It was a great time. Thank you everybody who did that. And then don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So wherever you are in the world, I'm Eastern. Right now it's like 5:30 Eastern. So if on a Friday night, roughly 3 hours from now, wherever you are in the world, if on Friday nights, roughly 3 hours from now, you're looking for a fun time, fun place to hang out, we do a members only stream on this channel. My wife joins me. And tomorrow night, my producer will be joining me. We're making him play Foam Stars. You guys knocked it out of the park. And right now, you're about I think 50 members away from a stretch goal where I think we're going to make me wear like a onesie or something. I think we're going to really try to up the cute factor on the channel just to annoy my producer. So almost 38,000 subscribers. Yeah, we're nearing 38,000 subscribers. Very exciting to have a milestone, kind of beyond, right on the precipice of a milestone, getting closer and closer to 40. And then once we're at 40K, man, we're on the road to 50. I want to see the return of PlayStation Home. Were you here earlier and said that? What is that? What are you saying? Get the legs out? I was wondering why the resolution is so bad. I don't know. It's like they uploaded the wrong thumbnail. Like, if you go to their actual state of play, that's what it looks like. It's super weird. I don't know what they're doing. I wish I could fix it. I don't have the ability to fix it. Like, it's super weird. You should do a VTuber avatar for Creature. You joined the channel when I had like 15,000. When we first started streaming on this channel, end of 2021, I only had 5,000 subscribers. We basically were starting over. So I left the channel that had almost 50K, and it was like, we gotta leave. It just wasn't working. We had to come over here. That was tough. That was tough. That was very scary. But hey, it worked out. We're here. As a Final Fantasy fan, will Final Fantasy PC release come Summer Game Fest? Oh, I don't know what the timeline is on that. I don't know what the timeline is on that. Something Nasty says, hit the like button. Calling on y'all to hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for being here, man. Nice strong turnout. I usually don't do evening streams, so it's good to see y'all here. Only been streaming for about 6 minutes. We appreciate you guys being here and smashing all the things. PlayStation Home was a hub where people would socialize, decorate your own apartment and avatar. It was on the PlayStation 3 and way ahead of its time. Oh. It was like The Sims. Yeah, I was not a PlayStation guy back then. I got my PlayStation 4 only because I mained Destiny and everybody wanted me to have one so I could make new characters. I also played Division on it. I didn't really start playing PlayStation games until the PlayStation 4 Pro, which I purchased the Spider-Man Collector's version, and I played Spider-Man and God of War 2018. That was kind of like me starting to actually play PlayStation games. What do I want to see the most? You want Phantom Blade? I would really love a Ghost of Tsushima teaser. I know I'm probably not going to get it. I know that. I readily admit they're going to save that probably for... I think there's going to be a PlayStation showcase in September to announce the PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't know if today they even confirm that. I think they need to. I think they need to end this state of play by saying something to the effect of, we can't wait to share more with you later this year at our showcase. I think that's an important thing to do, because right now I do think it's a valid question to be like, why are y'all not doing a showcase? You did one last year in May. Summer Game Fest is literally right around the corner. This is kind of the soft kickoff. You know, what are y'all doing? So now's the perfect time to announce SOCOM with Xbox having COD in their back pocket. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if that's a needed investment right now. I know people really want PlayStation to do that. I don't think it's a needed investment. I don't. Is Spongeroth over there? Yeah, Spongeroth. Spongeroth is over there in the chat. I see him. He says 21 minutes. I was like, I suddenly saw a name I recognized. Lost my membership today. I'll have to re-up next week. No worries, brother. Barrier with 32 months and a member plus. Loving you, the community, and the content. Hoping for a good look at Concord gameplay today. Thank you, Barrier. Love you, brother. I don't see SOCOM coming back at all, unfortunately. I do not think that PlayStation sees it as a good investment to try to create something in that genre. I just don't think so. So much of their community is so deeply embedded into COD, and that probably won't change. That's just such a waste of money in their minds. That would be my guess. Like, let's spend our money and dev talent on a game to target the COD crowd. I just don't know. It just feels like a huge risk. I think they can do something like Helldivers 2, and then if Concord is like a really creative spin on extraction shooter, I think they can do that, and that's more important than trying to target COD. Yo, Darius Ward with the first member gift of the stream. Thank you so much. Han shot first, and so did you, man. Appreciate that very much. Do my things work in this? They do. They do work in this scene. There you go. Han shot first, and so did you on this stream. I'll still honor all the milestones, guys. We're 6 away from me owing you a 5-bomb. Thanks so much for all that you guys have done. And Victor Mayhem with 37 months in a VIP. Another great day, Lono. Just hoping for a surprise, something nobody really expected. That would be nice. It would be. SOCOM would crap on Ghost Recon for such height the devs would think God himself was dropping the deuce. Oh, I mean, I don't know about all that, but it's not hard to crap on that game right now. Ghost Recon, there's not really a good Ghost Recon out, is there? Broken Surprise with 15 months in a VIP. State of play, let's go. Wouldn't want to watch anywhere else. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, Broken Surprise. Zubair, did you call this State of Nay? I swear, did you make that joke? I would like to restate my position that State of Nay is superior to State of Hay. And Evidence says, I'm going to gift a member a 10-bomb. Oh my gosh. Evidence paying it forward. That's a pay it forward gift. They just got a gifted member, and then they're going to gift it forward. That rolls us past the 225. We're 1 away from a 20-bomb dunker tempting. I'm going to go ahead and drop the 5-bomb right now that I owe you guys. That was so awesome. I absolutely love when people pay it forward like that. That's so cool. When someone gets it gifted and they pay it and they say, listen, I'm giving back. Thank you very much for that. You mispronounced nay? Say it right, you pony. Say it like a pony. No. Nope. You're not pulling a Dance Monkey with me. Nope. Let me refresh this and see if they've updated their thumbnail. That is just freaking terrible. I can't believe they uploaded like the wrong resolution. It's terrible. Jason Liu with 11 months of member. Congrats on getting back where you belong. Haven't been able to watch as often, but always lurking. Yo, I appreciate that, dude. Almost a whole year. Ula Tech bumps the line by 1 member. There it is. There it is. He's tempting somebody. He says, all right, we're going to tempt a 20-bomb. Red Fury says, I'm going to make that 20-bomb an Agent of Chaos. We'll see if anybody slams at home. It'll take us to 251 in the blink of an eye. There's some big boys in chat today. They've been dropping the big member bombs. They've been bringing the heat. It's a bad thumbnail. I don't mind the new branding. Like the font choice and stuff I think is all fine. I like the colors. But good golly, it's the wrong resolution. Wild Mustang with 15 months says, keep up the great streams. Really hoping for God of War Spider-Man DLC. Yeah, I think God of War PC is actually going to be here. I do. I think it's too coincidental that there was a very notable leaker that said they're very close to announcing God of War for PC. I think that happening right before this event, that's too convenient. So, Raven with a gifted. Thank you so much and bumps the line to 232. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Horizon multiplayer is a snoozer. I don't know. I'd be interested to see how they execute it. I'd be really interested to see how they execute it. Like exactly when, I'm sorry. Exactly how would you play with other people? Like I could get down with co-op. Like just let me play games co-op, Just let me play games co-op. And I'm good. I would absolutely love to just dive into a game like that and just play through it with my wife. Like I love co-op games. I want more. If it's like Monster Hunter, it might be great. Yeah. You got your checklist out for the leaked game list. I thought the leaked game list looked kind of sketch in my opinion. I didn't see Concord. I feel like how is Concord not here? A little train going. DK Baker gifts a member, and Raven gifts a member. Thank you guys so much for doing that. There we go, man. You guys are just crushing it today. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Just showing up big, chat. Showing up big. Concord was on the list. What? Did I see the wrong list then? I saw a list that didn't have Concord on it. Or maybe I didn't even see it. I swore I looked at a list, and as soon as I didn't see Concord, I was like, what the frick? How's this even? Maybe I didn't see it. I am getting old. I am getting old. You needed to refresh mobile? Hey, a single gifted from Almir. Thank you so much for doing that. Putting us at 235. You guys have just been I love seeing names that I've not seen gifting. Like, everybody's spreading it around. It's just so awesome to see. If there's not at least 34 games, I'm out. Stop. You guys need to stop, please. I'm begging you. I know what you're doing, and I just need you to not do that, please. Do me a favor, guys. If you're just tuning in, smash that like button. Let's set our sights on 200. I'm 46. Arthritis is setting in. Well, I mean, if Concord was on the list, then maybe those lists are accurate. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. Can I play with the next troll a bit before you bop them? Yeah, maybe. I just always love when they use the term e-beggar, and it's like, it just always makes me laugh. Doesn't look like begging to me, homie. Literally shoutcasting, like, thank you. And a 5-bomb comes in from Bro Sexy. Takes us to 240, and another one from Raven. Raven's just going in, taking us to 241. Thank you so much. Did I strain a muscle? No, my bones hurt. An utter failure if they don't announce Spider-Man 3. Yeah, it's an absolute travesty if this Spider-Man 3 isn't here. That's right. And they should already have the sequel to Wolverine ready to go as well. Like, come on. Let's be realistic, folks. You're not that old. It's all that homeschooling. That's right. That's right. It's all that homeschooling, bro. Oh, man. Your mom will be your... Don't get yourself in hot water, Raven. You can chill. No more gifteds. No more gifteds. You're not allowed. Hope there's a Marvel Rivals console part. Yeah, that was on one of the leaks. You grifty grifter. I'm everything, right? I'm everything. Grifter, e-beggar, pony. I'm whatever it is. If it's a bad label, I'm it. I'm all of it. Hey, a single from DK Bager takes us to 42, but then a 5-bomb comes in from Borbs and takes us to 47. You're the man. Thank you so much, Borbs. Sure is getting old. Oh, I see it there. Wait. That looks different than the list I saw. I wonder, did they edit the list? Thank you so much, Darius. Darius Ward. 48. What are those shirts where they put like all the characters' names in that one font? Right? I need that on a shirt. I do. Pony, grifter, e-beggar. Just every single one. And just like wear it every once in a while. I'll be like, yeah. Yep. Yo, when a 5-bomb comes in from Super Gaming, I owe you guys another 5. That pushes us past. That's also Agent of Chaos. Not satisfied with just getting the even 250. There it is. Every 25 I give 5. You the man, Super Gaming. You guys are making me work here, dude. You're going to get it to where I can't gift anymore. You guys went so crazy before my trip, they wouldn't let me gift anymore the one day. They shut me down. They shut me down. Big man, take away the stream. What are you? Pony, grifter, e-beggar. Tony Stark reference. That's good. That's so good. And a 5-bomb comes in from Hellfire. Oh, my family must be back. I didn't even realize that somebody came in and closed the door. Like, all of a sudden, I looked up and my studio door was closed. And I was like, is our house haunted? Thank you so much, Hellfire, for gifting a 5-bomb to the community. I don't think they're going to be back for long, though. I think they have something else that they have to go out for. There were multiple lists from multiple sources. Ghost of Tsushima 2, possibly. If Ghost of Tsushima 2 is there, it'll only be a teaser trailer like the Wolverine trailer, and it'll probably be at the very end, and then they'll say something to the effect of, like, we can't wait to tell you more or show you more at our showcase later this year. I actually think I'm of the position that they need to drop a sentence about the fact that there will be a showcase later this year. I think they need to do that. Because I think it's totally fair and legitimate for people to say, why aren't you doing a showcase right now? It's Summer Game Fest season. What are y'all doing? Like, I know why they're doing a showcase in September. I mean, they haven't said that, but everybody just assumes there's going to be one in September. I've been saying that for a while. I'm like, yeah, they're going to do I called it a state of play. I thought they were going to do a PS5 Pro state of play in September. Well, it's probably now going to be a showcase. So I think I had the timing right. I just think I had the titles wrong. So it's not lost on me that Jeremy Renner clinically died and came back to life and then promptly signed up for a movie called Wake Up Dead Man. I'd love to see more Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi reboots. Not expecting anything, though. Yeah, stuff like that's so hard to guess. That's just so random, right? Sony doesn't care about Summer Game Fest? I don't agree with you. No, I think they're going to be a little bit more involved this year. Last year they were involved, and they gave Jeff Keighley the Spider-Man 2 release date. They're one of the official partners of the event. So I think they're going to be a little bit more involved. What I'm saying to you is, though, is that they did their showcase last year in May, and it really did feel like the soft kickoff to Summer Game Fest, right? I don't know. From what I can gather, Tom Henderson says, YouTube has investigated employees breaching their contractual agreements on 2 different occasions in the past 18 months due to employees accessing content on the back end. Following today and presumably Summer Game Fest, we'll see a 3rd investigation. Really? I would love there to be an investigation into Twitch. That would be phenomenal. Oh, yes, I'm also a port beggar. That's right. That's right. Hypocrite, e-beggar, port beggar, pony, grifter. Put them all on one shirt. They might not all fit on one shirt. It's kind of odd that your logo on my sub feed doesn't show that you're live. It does that sometimes if we go live too many times in a day. I swear it's if we do too many shows in a day. It's just like, it's like, no, he's not live. I've had people tell me that before. Is there anything you ain't? I don't know. I don't know. Leaker creators are in a shambles. Yeah, right. All these YouTube back end people that have been leaking stuff, they're gonna lose their access to info. You know? Did somebody at me over there? I swear saw somebody at me at Lono over there in the state of play chat. No. Reforge, are you going to play the final shape? No, I don't play or cover Destiny. You forgot Lono too? I mean, I have a shirt that says Lono on it. PS5 Pro announcement? No, there will not be a PS5 Pro announcement at this event. The PS5 Pro announcement will likely be in September at a showcase. That's what I think. You get my super chat? Yeah, I replied. No pro announcement? Yeah, I don't think you're going to do a pro announcement at a State of Play. Even if they were doing a showcase right now instead of a State of Play, I don't think they would announce the PSVR Pro. The PS5 Pro this early. I don't think so. I think the PS5 Pro is available in like October, November or something like that, and they're going to announce it a lot closer to that. Right now is a terrible time to announce the PlayStation 5 Pro if you can't let people buy it, because they're going to create a bunch of interest in their platform and maintain demand. They just reported last night that this is their most profitable console generation ever. So the last thing they're going to do is slow down demand of their console. Like, anytime you have a PlayStation 5 Pro enter the picture, it's going to slow demand a little bit because people are like, oh, I'm going to wait for the Pro. So you will not get a PlayStation 5 Pro announcement until later this year. I would put money on that. So, didn't they show the Portal? I think they like to show accessories sometimes at State of Play, but I thought the Portal was at the showcase. I might be wrong about that. I don't think they mind announcing accessories during State of Play. There is a DualSense controller coming with like a 12-hour battery life. I mean, that might be here. I just don't know. That also feels like a showcase. You know what I mean? Same as the PS5, available now and pre-orders open same day. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably announce it. The PS4 Pro wasn't that way. The PS4 Pro they announced in September, and then it wasn't available until like I think you could pre-order it, but you couldn't. It didn't actually ship, and it wasn't available until like October or November. What do you think about Doc Dark? Doc Dark is a friend of the show. He stops by. He's a member. I think he gets gifted members pretty often because he's here long enough. And also, I've had him on the show a handful of times. So Doc's a friend. You broke my heart. I'm really sorry to break it to you that you're not going to get a PS5 Pro announcement tonight. And listen, truth be told, what difference does it make? If they announce it tonight, you wouldn't be able to get it until fourth quarter this year. It's not coming. If they bumped that back as a summer release, that would shock me. It would especially shock me that they would do that and then announce it at the State of Play. None of that seems to line up. I think that it's going to be available in October or November, and they're going to do a showcase in September. That's what I think. I meant they announced it in July, August, release October, November. Pre-orders open same day. Yeah, I agree with you, Sergio. I think that the pre-orders would open up same day for sure, but the release date of the device wouldn't be, for like a month or two. Yeah. I think I agree with you there. How long is it supposed to last? It's supposed to be a little bit over 30 minutes. I'm going to guess it's somewhere between 32 and 34 minutes. I think if you hit the 35-minute marker, they would say that. They would say a 35-minute showcase or, a 35-minute plus showcase. So the fact they're saying it's 34 minutes plus, it's probably somewhere between 32 and 34 minutes. If it was just 31 minutes, I don't think you would say 30 minutes plus. You would just say a 30-minute showcase or a 30-minute event or something. Why would they announce it? They have no games. Yeah, PlayStation has no games. Yeah, that's right. They've released 6 exclusives in just the first 5 months of this year, but they have no games. 34 minutes, you say? You son of a gun. Getting a PS5 Pro is going to suck. Getting a new GPU is going to suck. It's an expensive hobby, isn't it? It's an expensive hobby. If they hit 35 plus minutes, then they cue the Game Award music to wrap up. Yeah. Wrap it up. All right, we're gonna get the premiere music in a second, and then I'll give us some volume. Lono's the man. Thank you very much. PlayStation's just going to announce that they're buying Xbox. Stop it, Parasito. Good to see you, Parasito. I saw you say something earlier, and I didn't get to respond. And I was like, oh, Paris is here. And I forget, something distracted me. I don't know why it's not starting. Let me refresh. Hang on. It should be started by now. Okay. It's not happening. It's a premiere. The premiere doesn't have a choice. It will start on time. Here we go. All right. There we go. Very, very quick countdown here. Just not even a minute countdown. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the gifted members. Another 5 bomb comes in from Alexander Harris right here at the buzzer before the show starts. Thank you very much. Guys, the best thing you could do right now to help my video, the best thing you could do is to smash that like button. Give it a smash. Let's enjoy the show. Oh, another 30 seconds. So that countdown was YouTube's countdown. This is actually their countdown. Timer to a timer. At least it was a short timer.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions. I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, here's an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord galaxy. Enjoy.
It was a spontaneous, creative decision made after years of careful research.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch doesn't count as research.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides, it worked, didn't it?
How much longer for the upload?
A few more minutes. Hey, start time. Try it with hot sauce. You'll like it. Trust me.
No. Do not trust him.
Whoa. Where's this coming from?
It's coming from you back on the ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll stick to the plan. We can do this. And then, that.
Pursuing free gunner suspects now on the run, causing downtown.
That was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. It just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue button...
Amar, we will. We will.
I'll be waiting outside.
No one moves. We'll be taking this off your hands.
What? This?
Funny.
Slow them down a little for you. Meet at the rendezvous point.
Wait, what? Where's the rendezvous? I didn't catch that.
Copy that, Bill.
Shield out! Well played. You are wounded.
Fine. They only got one of my legs.
How are those hands? How bad is it? You're still mad at me?
Lennox!
Got him.
One off. This is you.
Got it!
I am developing a taste for destruction. Goodbye.
This would be a very dishonorable way for us all to die.
Don't worry. Nobody's dying dishonorably. And also, we're bringing this back with us. Hey, Mark. What are you doing?
Getting us to the rendezvous point.
Perhaps we should have let go also.
One off. Do not dare.
Well, we were supposed to stick together.
If you let go,
would
I
never leave me.
swear I will bring
Oh,
vengeance.
look, there they are.
Hi. What the? I am glad you avoided a dishonorable death.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Or something.
I knew this was gonna work.
This wasn't the plan.
Well, it just wasn't the one we started with. All right. Another satisfied customer. Goods delivered. I send everyone their cut.
Ooh, yeah.
So do you, like, carry it around with you for emergency bland situations or whatever?
Hey, Mara. Don't joke about something like this.
Our next job is somewhere with less
We'll
scaffolding.
have no scaffolding. Zero scaffolding. I promise. We were apart for so long. I thought I'd never feel your fiery embrace again.
You sound ridiculous.
I dig it. I dig
Concord
it.
is a
It's got a
5v5
vibe.
first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe of the Concord galaxy. In Concord, from the moment you log on, you are part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space, where they face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
Free gunning. It's hard work, but it's our work, and we don't take it for granted. Being a free gunner means, well, you're free.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves, a chance to be someone.
All right.
Need a second to fix myself up.
Why not?
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
Target blinded.
Finally, to battle. Endless rage!
We risk our lives every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way. Time to show them the big guns. That's me.
This crew will go anywhere. Take any job. Face any enemy. We're the free gunner crew of the North Star. And together, We're going to make our mark on this galaxy.
The crew is gathering. Would you like to join us for game night?
With Concord, we leaned on the strengths and background of our team to make a tight, well-balanced FPS that feels great to play. We focused a ton of our attention.
Gee, I wonder why it feels a little bit like Destiny.
Foundation of tight core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive abilities.
We ended up finding ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Leaning into the asymmetry of the characters, really pushing the possibility space of two different characters colliding. It's all about...
I really wonder why it ended up feeling like Destiny.
You can get out of the way and let players find their own magic. We also have abilities that are meant to have impact beyond direct combat. Deployable gear that can persist throughout a full game, so whether that's multiple rounds of a mode or multiple respawns across a match. There are healing pads, bullet-blocking domes, explosive traps, lane-blocking walls, all kinds of ways to support your team or disrupt your enemies. Coordinated teams can set up and plan ahead, and depending on where and when it happens, players can shift the battlefield to their advantage.
We've got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers and sparked robots. Every character brings their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew. Every week, when you log into Concord, you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and unpack the broader Concord galaxy.
Why are you kissing a tchotchke?
Yeah, 3 of those guys were from Destiny.
Pre-launch beta in July, followed by Concord's global launch on August 23rd, 2024.
It very much is Destiny meets Overwatch. I think it looks tight. I think it looks crisp. I think it is a giant risk. I think this is an enormous risk. It looks good, but that is such a risky game type to make. It's a hero shooter. Good luck. There you go. God of War Ragnarok PC.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you? A calm and reasonable person.
We don't really want war. Do you, Kratos?
War is coming! The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
Death can have me when it earns me.
Odin's got tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
We have guests! They're too fast! Look out!
Fate only binds you if you let it. Do what is necessary. Not because it is written.
My gosh, that game. It is a masterpiece, bro. Lost Soul aside?
Soldiers and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain, and the people must turn to thievery for food. Perhaps this is heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land. Men are powerless at the feet of the divine. But even so, someone must act.
Yeah, this is not Lost Souls. It's not Souls. This is one of those Dynasty Warrior games, isn't it? Dynasty Warriors Origins. Yeah. I don't get down with that combat. Oh, that's a 2025. Okay.
Momo, I think I was dreaming.
It wasn't a dream. We were really transported to Mirrorland.
The path of a stylist is never easy. So, are you ready for it?
Ready.
We're ready.
Ready.
I love that you guys are in chat already saying it's a creature game. I love you guys. Infinity Nikki.
Is it you who pursues infinity? Or is infinity awaiting you?
All right. We got 10 games left.
Stars. Shields. I have seen the miracles you so claim. Until the towering shadows vanished into the mist.
I pray for their grace. But all that came were inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Time. War. Mortality.
What is this?
These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands. Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above. This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Ballad of Antara. I've never heard of that up until now. That looked really good on the combat. Ballad of Antara 2025. Oh, here's the VR game. This is the one that I called Behemoth.
I thought I could be a hero and break the curse. But I was a fool. There is no hope here. And the gods that walk among us thirst for death.
Outsider! Your head is mine!
The poison in my veins begs me to kill.
I'll put you in the ground! The power of our God is immeasurable!
thought I could be a hero. But heroes don't survive the Forsaken Lands. Only monsters do.
I mean, that looks good as a VR game. The graphics were good. Scope is good. You know. Okay, here's another one. This is probably the Alien one. Yep. Oh, this is... I'm in. This is so... That'll be so scary to play. Holiday.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. I'm back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to PlayStation, starting with a highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
What? We're halfway through. We got 7 games out of the 14. Oh, snap. They got the frickin' Marvel game.
All realities converge here. Destiny awaits.
Stronger together. Hell unleashed! Who needs a power-up? Free fire zone.
Embrace the chaos.
Insignificant attacks. Healing power. I'm back, baby. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Turns are jumping up. Gonna get sticky. Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Okay, let's see how mankind has conquered space.
I'm telling you, this game has a shot. It's got a shot. Closed beta in July. Where winds meet. In development for PS5. Wait a minute, that was the gun. We got offered a chance to play that.
Hello, friends and fans. I'm super excited to welcome all my pals back to the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway.
Oh, nice one.
You can't hide from me, Michael.
Oh, you go down. Oh!
Until dawn.
It means so much to me that we're all still here together.
Fight the break of
I feel like someone's watching us.
There's just no one out there.
Let's make this one trip we will never forget.
Mike, Emily?
I was down there.
You were?
It was horrible.
I don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed. No! We should stay put right here until dawn.
Jessica!
You can't let me die!
It's looking like those leaks were legitimate. They nailed it. Yeah, that's unusual for a leak like that to be that accurate. I think maybe that's why the YouTube investigation's happening.
It's a peaceful land, but each day descends further into madness. Famine and plague besiege us. The very earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us. And now they come for me. Oh, yes, get out of here! I must be the one to face this nightmare.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself!
But I need not do it alone.
That looks so good. Guys, take a quick second if you're enjoying the co-stream and you're hanging out and having a good time. Smash that like button for me.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I was just...
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not.
Is that Chloe from 24?
I'm going either way.
No, you shouldn't be here. I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please. No,
Yeah, I consistently think that game doesn't look very good. October 8th. It looks really rough, and I can't put my finger on why. I don't think it looks that great.
Capcom announced this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great!
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before.
One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Now to lead it away from the pack. We'll make for the desert.
Right! The sandstorm! Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
I was literally going to say that, Reckless Gambit. Something about the enemy animations looks really cool, but it also looks like stop motion. It's really unique. Like, the enemy animations were... I couldn't put my finger on what was the deal with it. It was, like, odd. It was, like, stop motion. It wasn't bad. It was just different. It was almost like the enemy animations were at a lower FPS than the game or something. Ah, here you go. Astro. This is your 14th game right here. Oh, my daughter is going to be so excited. There's a dog. This looks so fun. Come on. This looks awesome. Yeah. That's like a proper game. That's like a proper game.
Be sure to visit PlayStation blog for more on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com for the latest on Days of Play. This global celebration runs through June 12th, with deals on PlayStation Store, great new content coming to PlayStation Plus, and much more.
That was like a proper game with like big bosses and everything. That was awesome. That's it. No showstopper, chat. Astro Bot was what they saved for the end. I thought Astro Bot looked great. That looked like a proper game, like an actual fun full game. Like the first game is more of like a tech demo. It like shows off all the different things you can do with the controller. Yeah, I thought that was a good state of play. Out of all the things I got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of the 14 games I got and said that would be there. Concord, God of War on PC, Behemoth VR, Alien VR game, Until Dawn, Silent Hill 2, and Astro Bot. Everything else, it was like, I wouldn't have been able to predict Dynasty Warriors, Infinity Nikki, Ballad of Antara, Rivals, Where Winds Meet, Path of Exile, and Monster Hunter. There was no way to guess those, right? Like, those were all kind of random, but cool to see their involvement. So I will just say this. I think Concord looks like a massive risk, like an absolute gamble. They've got 3 former Bungie people. They've got, what was his name? Claude Jerome. They got John Wisniewski and Josh Hamrick. Those are all former Destiny guys. That's why the game had such a Destiny vibe. So Concord is very much like a hero shooter, Overwatch, Destiny jammed together. I think it's massively risky. It's especially and uniquely risky because Marvel Rivals is coming at the same time. That's a freaking death sentence, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Marvel Rivals has a closed beta in July. Concord has a beta in July and then launches in August. I would be terrified if I was those guys. I would be terrified. Bought the PS5 Pro. It might have been the thing out in the desert. I don't know. I don't know if it's DOA, but I would be freaking terrified if I was the team behind Concord. I really, really would. Because people that I definitely think they feel different. Like, Marvel Rivals is so much like Overwatch. Big time. Concord definitely had its own vibe, definitely had its own feel. I loved it. I love the idea of, like, every week you're going to boot up, there's going to be a cinematic, they're going to have, like, this ongoing story. But I was looking at the gameplay, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, there's just too many games doing this, bro. This is a huge risk. It's a huge, huge risk as a live service game. But I did think it looked fun. I do. God of War coming to PC September. Did you guys notice how many things are happening in September with PlayStation? September 9th, Astro Bot. God of War coming to PC in September. I swore there was one more thing. I thought there was one more thing. Maybe I'm misremembering. I think that lines up with the fact they're going to be doing a showcase in September. Dynasty Warriors looked cool. I don't really get down with that kind of combat. Infinity Nikki's not my kind of game. Ballad of Antara, I thought the combat in that game looked pretty cool. I thought it looked cool. Behemoth VR looked fun. The Alien Rogue Incursion VR game, I think the animations were a little wonky on the aliens. But you know, if it's scary, that's pretty much all that matters. Marvel Rivals coming to consoles, exciting, obviously. I think Marvel Rivals has a lot of potential because Disney can throw a ton of money at it, and there's obviously a lot of very dissatisfied Overwatch people. Now, the dissatisfied Overwatch people, that could also really help Concord. I don't know, man. I just think what they're trying to do with Concord is just a massive risk. Where Winds Meet... currently, gameplay for Where Winds Meet doesn't look that great. I've seen gameplay of it. It looks very old gen, but the combat looks very, very good. So them making it for PS5 is kind of exciting. Maybe they can make it look maybe they can make it look better. Until Dawn, I mean, you know, if you want to play the remake, I thought it looked good. Path of Exile 2 looked awesome. Path of Exile 2 looked fantastic. Couch co-op, cross-play, cross-progression, early access later this year, late 2024. So Path of Exile 2 couldn't get here fast enough because my wife and I just could not get into Diablo 4 with her. It was so boring. Now I'm hearing it's better, but we'll see. Silent Hill 2 is coming October the 8th of this year. I continue to think that Silent Hill 2 just doesn't look very good. There's something odd about it. It looks kind of rough. There are times where I think it looks good, and then there are other times where I'm like, it looks old. Like, I don't know. It looks very rough around the edges. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming in 2025. I thought it looked good. I also felt like the enemy animations, like something was off. It looked neat. It looked cool, but it also looked almost like stop motion. Like maybe the enemy animations were at a different frame rate than the game, if that makes sense. It looked very different, and I'm not quite sure what the issue was. For me, Astro Bot, I'm excited probably the most about Astro Bot because honestly, it looked like a genuine full-fledged game. Those bosses were huge and awesome. It looked like just like a really, really fun adventure like action kind of game. It looks like a full-fledged release. It really does. I think that's probably going to end up being like a $50 game if you want my honest opinion. I don't think that's going to be like a free on PS Plus game. I think that's going to be like a $50 game. Yeah. So, I give the state of play as a state of play. I give it a pretty solid score, you know. I don't think it was like a knockdown drag out, you know, amazing thing, but it's a state of play. I don't expect state of plays to be, you know, monumental. I think it did its job. I hope Astro's Couch co-op. I was waiting for them to reveal that it was going to be co-op, Eugene. I was really hoping. I'm like, oh, come on. All you got to do is show me co-op. It looks so fun. It, you know, the bosses and the different worlds and all his different abilities he could get. I was like, this just looks like such a fun game. The first game is just sort of like a tech demo of like what the controller can do. Yo, DK Bager with a gifted member. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't have the daily goal up. DK Bager bumps the line. You guys are still bumping the line. Thank you guys so much. Rodrigo with 14 months in a VIP. Thanks for everything you do, Lono. People are out here saying this was a showcase. Oh, no. The showcase is going to be in September. I don't think this was just a state of play. Jake with 33 months says Wild Hearts had the same stop motion look for what it's worth. Really, it did? Huh. You fly in a PS5? Yeah, I thought it looked fine. Yeah, I think Concord looks good. It's not my kind of game, and I think it's hugely risky. So Concord was good. God of War coming to PC is exciting. God of War just always looks so excellent. Like, what a great game. Dynasty Warriors, for people that like those kind of games, I thought Dynasty Warriors looked kind of nice. Infinity Nikki, that's one of those ones. It's just kind of like, that's not for us, right? There's an audience for that game, and it's not the people here. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you are in chat and you thought Infinity Nikki looked great. Ballad of Antara I thought had really nice combat. And then there were only 2 VR games, so I don't think that really took away from the show, because if you're not into VR, I can get why that would be annoying. Very quick VR game showcase for Behemoth and Alien Rogue. No, I'm sorry, Alien Rogue Incursion was really quick. Behemoth VR had a pretty decent showing. Rivals coming to console, you know. I think that's a good win for people that like those kind of games. Where Winds Meet, again, they didn't show us much. It's being made for PS5. Cool. Until Dawn. Cool. Path of Exile 2, I think good marks there. Again, it looked good. Couch co-op, crossplay, cross-progression. early access later this year. Silent Hill 2 is kind of an iffy, kind of like, I just don't think it looks that great. Monster Hunter Wilds, I did think looked good, and Astro Bot, I think looked really good. That looked like a blast. So yeah, I would give this event like, you know, like an 8 maybe, you know, 7.5 or an 8, you know. Live service VR and a bunch of midness. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like live service, you know, I can't convince you to be excited about live service. If you didn't like live service, I thought that, you know, the PC crowd's probably excited to see God of War Ragnarok show up so fast. You know, Ballad of Antara, again, I thought that game's combat looked really cool. And then, yeah, if you're not interested in live service, you're not going to be interested in Rivals. Path of Exile 2, yeah, that's going to be nice to have that game on console. Yeah. I was hoping for a showstopper. I was hoping for a showstopper teaser of like a Tsushima or something, and then them saying, hey, we can't wait to show you more at the showcase later this year. You know, I think they needed to do that. I think that was important. So I think that lowers the score a bit for me to like I said, like a 7.5 or an 8, because I do think it's fair for people right now to say, hey, why didn't you guys do a showcase? You know, it's Summer Game Fest time. It's kind of like E3 season, and you guys did a state of play. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the stuff we predicted earlier today, like Spider-Man DLC, what were some of the others? Lego Horizon game, Fair Games, things like that. They could be saving those things for Summer Game Fest. I think they do want to have a presence at Summer Game Fest. So Spidey DLC is still potentially out there. The Lego Horizon game, you know, Fair Games, that's another live service game. So yeah, I still think there are some games that they could, or announcements they could be kind of like, hey, we need to have a presence at Summer Game Fest. So there are some things that could be there. Yeah, so I thought this was fine for a state of play. I'm obviously looking a little bit more forward to Summer Game Fest, the Xbox showcase, the Ubisoft showcase. The state of plays are usually more low key, and I thought this was fine for a 30-minute, you know, more low key event. I am looking forward more to the Ubisoft thing to see Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay. I really want to see what Xbox has got, and I think the event with Keighley is always fun. I always think it's pretty good. I told you earlier Lego Horizon would not be shown. I mean, do you want credit for saying something won't be there? I mean, there were so many things they could have shown. I mean, shooting in the dark and being like it won't be there is like, okay. It's like we were all kind of shooting in the dark, to be honest. Like, the only things I said that were for certain going to be there was Concord, Silent Hill 2, and Astro Bot. I am surprised they didn't let Silent Hill promote their event later. I thought that was interesting. That they didn't do that. So that's one of the reasons I thought Silent Hill was going to be there, to be like, hey, you know, check out our thing later. But yeah, I think they probably saved some things for Summer Game Fest, and then they're really going to keep a lot of things under their hat. I think that PlayStation Showcase, if it is in September and the PS5 Pro is there, I really do think they're gonna bring the first party heat. I think their first party studios are really keeping kind of to themselves and keeping kind of quiet. We already knew about Concord. They finally showed us gameplay. We already know about Fair Games. So if they finally show us gameplay, like, that's not as significant as finally letting like Sucker Punch come out or Bend come out or any of the other studios that are currently working on stuff. So I told you this morning, the show that I got a tip, go back and read your comment. Oh, I mean, you got a tip that Lego Horizon wasn't going to be there. All right. I think a bunch of people got tips or got info. I think people on YouTube are leaking everything. Those leaks earlier, remember when I told you? I was like, we almost never get reliable showcase leaks. They're always so wrong. They were dead on. They absolutely, the showcase leak was dead on. Well, I'll tell you how. I think there are people on the back end of YouTube that can watch these videos, because once something is scheduled, you can watch it. And I think that's what's happening. Like Tom Henderson indicated that there's an investigation into YouTube. So I think that's how these things are getting out. He didn't get a tip. Hendy tweeted it. Oh, did Tom Hendy tweet that it wouldn't be there? Overwatch-inspired Star Wars game is coming out soon. Oh, that Hunters game. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot of those hero shooters coming out, man. Did you see the PS5 Pro and the Astro Bot vid? Are we... come on. You honestly think that's the PS5 Pro? Is it... hang on. Let's go look. I don't think it is. The heck? Let's see here. The PlayStation channel probably has where's the PlayStation channel? Yeah, the PlayStation channel probably has uploaded all of the individual trailers now. Yep, there it is. Yeah, okay. It's out here in the desert. You think that's... No. That's not the PS5 Pro. That's just a PS5. And this, I think, is just a PS5 with the plates off. I think everybody's getting a little gung ho here. Yeah, that's just a standard PS5, dude. And that's just a standard PS5. I mean, yeah, even with the jet engine on the underside. There's no... Oh, that's a leak? I don't think that's real. That's 2 days old. That looks fake AF. That can't be. That doesn't look real. The buttons don't look right. Look at the buttons on the DualSense. That doesn't look right. Yeah, that's not a PS5 Pro. That's not it. I think the bosses in this game look awesome, dude. I really do. I think they look great. There's so much going on with these bosses in this. It looks like there's a bunch of games in it too, like a bunch of games are referenced. Yeah, that PS5 Pro is that's AI. That's 100% AI. Yeah, these bosses look crazy, dude. I wonder, is that Octopus from that Tentacles PSVR2 game, I wonder? I mean, this just has it just has a vibe. Like, it just looks fun. Who's that supposed to be? These are all characters from other games, aren't they? I feel like that's what they're doing, right? Like, you're going to go into different areas and play with the weapons and things from that. Yeah, there's Ragnarok. This guy really ego tripping about a tip. Say whatever you want. I actually tipped him. He had no idea at the time. But what do you mean I had no idea at the time, homie? Like, nobody knew. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. There were leaks. It was obviously somebody that saw the video on YouTube. There's a bunch of stuff here. There's all of the old... There's the Vita. There's the PlayStation 3. There's the old PlayStation controllers. Yeah. There's right down here. Let me see if I can get my... there we go. Yeah, dude. You got all the different peripherals and things that they've sold over the years. That's cool. Everybody's getting ready to take off. Yeah, no hints. No hints, chat. No PS5 Pro hints. September 6th. That's awesome. I think that Astro Bot game looks like fun. I know that that's probably not like the big AAA story-driven banger that, you know, people wanted to see, but yeah, I like those games. I think they're fun. Just those fun kind of, like my wife and I played the one Sackboy game. You know, that we had a blast with that. I think those kind of games are fun, you know. So it doesn't look like Astro Bot's going to be co-op, though. I was looking at some of those boss fights. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of room for two people, but I could be wrong. Like split screen co-op on that would be kind of tough. Astro Bot is confirmed to have 80 levels. 80 levels. I told you, I was like, this is like a proper game. This isn't like some little tech test to show you what your controller can do. That looks cool, man. You think they're going to give it to you when you buy the PlayStation 5 Pro? Maybe. Yeah, Sackboy Adventures are those are fun. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, Tom Hendy says the list of games vary a bit between leakers because of different regions and rushing to watch a showcase in the back end of YouTube, so things get messed up. Yeah, I mean, that was we knew at 8:51 this morning that the Lego Horizon games, Lego Horizon game wouldn't be there. Tommy Hendy literally confirmed that they got the list from YouTube. You know, Keeley has a poll up. How would you rate the state of play? And it's not getting a very good score. I'm not surprised at all. I'm really not surprised. That's why I said I really, really think they should have made it clear to people that, you know, maybe they should have even opened it up. You know, maybe they should have even opened up the state of play and been like, hey, we really can't wait to have a big showcase with you later this year, you know, but right now we can't wait to show you, you know, brand new gameplay from Concord and, you know, some of our other partners and some other first party studios. Like, I do think that people are probably being more critical and more judgmental because they were really hoping for a showcase. You know, you did a showcase last year. God of War Ragnarok will require a PSN account. No, it won't. No, it will not. That asterisk is probably linked to the overlay and the achievements and stuff like that. There's no way they're going to require a PSN account for Ragnarok. That would be a terrible decision. I can't see them doing that. They're letting Tsushima split it. Why would you do that for Ragnarok? You know? That would make no sense. Oh, in this brand new game, okay, so Astro Bot has 6 galaxies, over 80 levels, 15 new abilities, 70 new types of enemies. Die and retry levels to test your reflexes. Yeah, I that looks like a proper game to me. I think that's going to be like a $50 game. And expecting a showcase, was clutching straws. Again, I understand why people wanted a showcase, because they did a showcase last year in May. Thank you for the $2 the $2 super chat tip. Looks like God of War Ragnarok on PC will require a PlayStation Network again, according to some text in the announcement video. Captured on PC, mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics, account for PlayStation Network required. That's gotta be that if they do that for God of War, that's such a stupid decision. That's gotta only be God of War Ragnarok PC PlayStation blog. Have they posted a blog post yet? Here we go. There's no freaking way that they would do that. It will be available. It would make sense to do it for the overlay and for the achievements. Why would you require it just to play a single player game? Unlocking game items. No, it's totally at the bottom of the blog post. Account for PlayStation Network is required. I don't know. I don't know why you would require that for a single player game. That's a dumb decision. Why do it for God of War but not Ghost? Yeah, like, why on Ghost of Tsushima? You're just freaking confusing people now. Like, you do it on Tsushima for Legends. That makes sense. You're playing online, and that's how it works. It's literally going to use the PSN social environment so people can play together. They weren't going to continue to release games without requiring an account like every other major studio. What do you mean? What major studios are releasing single-player games that require you to make an extra account? Everyone else does it? For single-player games? Really? Why call it State-of-Play if you're not playing most of them until 2025? 1, 2... 3, 4. There were only 4 games that were either 2025 or did not have a release date confirmed. What are you talking about? That's not most. Spike from Ape Escape cameo and Astro Bot ending. Oh, really? That's cool. I'm disappointed in Concord. Was not expecting it to be a hero shooter. As someone who has years already invested in another hero shooter and gone through the ups and downs of the game, not sure I'm ready for something similar. Rockstar does it to play Red Dead Redemption 2. Ubisoft. I didn't know that they required you to do it. I knew that they required it in Grand Theft Auto, but I thought that was because of the online. And I thought they did the same thing with Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft required you to do it in their online games. I refunded Red Dead Redemption 2 because I kept getting errors with the Rockstar Social Club. EA requires an account for certain games. I'm going to tell you something right now. I think it's a stupid decision. I think Ghost of Tsushima did incredibly well because they didn't require you to do it. I mean it. I think it's an incredibly dumb thing to do because Ghost of Tsushima broke all records, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the reasons why. And Ragnarok, you're setting Ragnarok up for failure because it'll do fine, but what I'm saying is it's not going to have near the success because you're going to tick a bunch of people off. You're going to tick a bunch of people off. Oh, I buy a single player game and I go to play. You're going to make me make an account and log in. I'm not justifying the anger or the refusal to do it. You know what that community's like. You know what people are going to say on that platform. What's the point? It's a single player game. It's a stupid choice. I get it. I get it for multiplayer games. I do. I 100% understand what you're doing. But dumb decision. And I think it's just more proof that they're getting ready to do their own. They're getting ready to do their own. They're getting ready to do their own launcher. They're gonna make it so it's every game. I don't know. I don't get why people get so frustrated by it. It doesn't bother me. I've never really liked having to do it with like, oh, I got to go to Origin or oh, I got to go to Uplay or oh, I got to go here. I don't like it. I don't like it either, but I don't refuse to do it. I'm like, okay, fine. Ghost of Tsushima was not sold in any region that does not have PSN support. Well, right, because they didn't want people to get it and then not be able to engage with a part of the game like they just wouldn't be able to engage with Legends. I think that was probably the right choice. But I do think that, that affects sales. And Tsushima did incredibly well. It's smart. They're going to do their own launcher. They're taking the hit on God of War, but eventually people will bite and get the launcher. PC gamers will suck it up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got to think about what we should do tomorrow. Maybe just like a... I could probably do something on the login thing and come up with a quick outline, and that could just be our show tomorrow. I don't know if Mike's available, though. I didn't even think to ask Creature. If you think someone's moving to a Sony launcher, you're on crack. If you think that enough people won't do it that will then give Sony more money, I would say that you are on crack. You know, if you can sell a couple million copies of something and you can get, 500,000 to 1 million people to buy it in your launcher, especially if you put it in your launcher first, I don't think they care about the people that won't do it. I think they care about the percentage of the people that will. I think there will be a percentage of people that will, and that's what PlayStation's looking at. You're willing to bet everything? It won't give them more money? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. If you launch your game in your own launcher first, anybody that buys it there, you don't do a revenue split with Steam. Right? All right, see you later, Donnie. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be good. If they can get, let's say a game like Ragnarok... lifetime sells, I don't know on PC. Let's just say 3 million or something, 2 to 3 million. I don't know. If they can get, 500,000 to 1 million people to buy it in their launcher, they make more money. I'm confident it'll be another Epic Game Store. Well, that would be a terrible parallel because they're not trying to be a storefront. They're trying to be a launcher for their games like a Uplay or an Origin. They're not trying to be a storefront. So you're making a bad comparison, and you're also comparing it to something that is having to be a loss leader to even attempt to be competitive as a PC platform. What Epic is attempting to do is not what Sony would do with their own launcher. They would use their launcher to sell games at greater revenue. They wouldn't try to become a storefront. Because when you try to become a storefront, you have to start trying to make deals. Like Epic is spending insane amounts of money to get free games, exclusive games. PlayStation wouldn't be doing that. They would have their own launcher and say, listen, we're going to launch the game here first. And then again, they would still put the game in Steam. Origin and Uplay were launchers, though. Yeah, they were launchers for publishers. It's not the same. So Xbox has their own launcher. Xbox has their own software. Is it gone? Has it been deprecated? No, it's still around. You're not making a good argument. You're making comparisons to either publishers, bad parallel, or you're making comparisons to Epic, horrendous parallel. Look at what Xbox is doing. They have their own platform. They have their own launcher. PlayStation could do the same thing, and they could have perks, and they could have reasons to install there first, or you could get it there first or whatever. And all they need is a percentage of people to do it where they make 100%. They're no longer having to do the split with Steam, and then they can kick it to Steam later. They know people won't all come over. That's not even remotely what I'm arguing. There's a percentage of people that would. Oh, I don't want to wait. I'll get the launcher. That's fine. I want to play that game right now. And then you make 100% on all those sales. And you're not trying to be Epic Game Store. You're not trying to spend a bunch of money getting exclusive deals or giving games away for free. You're not doing any of that. You're just giving people a place to buy PlayStation games first if they don't want to wait. And all of the people that do that, you get more money from them. I'm not saying that I think they should. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I've always said just use Steam. It's there. It's a very, very large user base. It's what everybody likes. I've always thought, I don't know why you would do your own launcher, but I'm telling you, there could be perfectly good economic reasons for PlayStation to do their own launcher. My point is that people will just wait. Right, which is not a point that needs to be made because I just said that. You're not arguing with what I'm saying. I just said plenty of people will still wait. I'm telling you right now, if they launch a game that everybody's waiting for and they launch it first on their own launcher, there would be a ton of people that would say, I don't give a frick, I'll download the launcher. Like, I don't know. I know my nephews do that. I know the younger generation doesn't give a frick. They don't care. If they want to play the game, they'll download your launcher. They'll download your thing. They don't care. They're not like loyal to a thing. They'll just do it. So they'll say, "Listen, this new game's coming out. Cool. All you got to do is get enough percentage of people to do it, and you make more money from them. And then you kick it to Steam later, and you make sales on all those people there too." Prime example, Lono, when COD used to be on Battle.net. Well, I don't know if did they ever give you benefits or reasons to do it through Battle.net? I've heard that the way they are going to entice people with the new launcher is once they buy the game, they can play it both on PC and on the console. It would be very interesting if true. What did Herman Hulst say just last night? What did Herman Hulst say just last night? And everybody keeps doubting that strategy too and acting like it's stupid and they don't know what they're doing. And it's like, there's a ton of people in the PC market that don't have very strong rigs. And if they buy a game and they own it with PlayStation and they can go play it on a brand new PS5 or PS5 Pro, if they give you library continuity, I'm telling you, people would be like, oh man, that's pretty nice. I own the game in both places. I've always said that it's a bad idea. I've always said, why bother? Steam is the dominant platform. Just use Steam. But I'm telling you, if you look at how Sony and PlayStation have been talking about branching out on PC, I could totally see them doing their own launcher. I could totally see them giving you, they would sync up your trophies. They would sync up your playtime. They would sync up your progression. They would sync up all of your games that you own. And then you'd be like, oh, wow. They just made it really easy for me to just buy a PlayStation if I want to. June with 18 months. Did you like the state of play? I would rate it 4 out of 10. Concord was pretty disappointing. Tired of these generic hero shooters. Excited for Astro Bot. I think Concord's a humongous risk. It's a huge risk. Very saturated. It's 3 guys from Destiny, and you know, I think those guys understand how to make really tight and enjoyable arena gameplay, like arena-style gameplay, not like Battle Royale. But I don't know. I think it's a huge risk. Are you saying if you buy a copy for console plus PC, some kind of premium type thing? I'm saying they would give you library continuity. Like right now, I can log in and I have library continuity with Xbox, do I not? Can I like go and play games on Game Pass? And can I play games that I own on my console on the Xbox store? Is that even a possibility? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about PlayStation doing that. I'm saying I could see them do it. Like, I think requiring the login for God of War Ragnarok is incredibly stupid. But I'm telling you, that's what it signals to me. It signals to me that they want to do their own launcher. That they want to be like, hey, you have everything here. You have all your PlayStation games. You have all your trophies. You have all your playtime is tracked. And if they also then give me that game on my console, that's a very strong incentive to tell somebody, hey man, you really like that Ghost of Tsushima or whatever the game is, and the sequel's coming out and it's enhanced on the PS5 Pro or on the PS6 or whatever, and it's a lot easier for that person to be like, oh, I could buy a console for $500 or $600 and I have more of a mid-lane or a lower end rig, and if I wanted to upgrade my rig, it would be a lot more expensive than buying a console. Like, if the PSSR technology does what they're saying it's going to do in the PS5 Pro, and they're targeting even higher performance than that on the next generation console, I'm telling you, that's a really compelling offer to people who don't have super high-end rigs. I think people are underestimating that. I really do. We know people in our own community that played 2018 God of War and they bought PS5s because they had to play Ragnarok. I think we're really underestimating luxury market behavior. People will spend money to get the thing because they want it and they liked the first one. I think we underestimate that. So, and I also think it's just, it's incredibly interesting to watch the market leader strut out and talk about, we're having our most successful generation ever. Everything they're doing is working. And they say this is the strategy we're going to go with. And the same people that said that the PS5 was going to get danced around and it was going to have circles running around it, like, oh, the Series S is going to run circles around it. The same people that said that the PlayStation Portal was DOA and stupid. They're the same people telling you that PlayStation's strategy is stupid. Do they need to have a couple more L's before you realize these people aren't worth listening to? Like, you're analyzing the market leaders' decisions the same way you've analyzed their decisions up to now, and you've been wrong every single time. I don't think there's a reason to listen to people that think they know what PlayStation should or shouldn't do. I think PlayStation's doing very well, and they're proving that they know what they're doing. They're proving why they're the market leader, and continue to look at their decisions to be like, oh, that's incredibly stupid. I mean, I don't know how many times you say that before you realize that maybe you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I actually think their choices, whether they look strange or not, I don't know. The market leader just strut out with Astro Bot. Yeah, I think they understand the market a lot better than people give them credit for. I really do. They understand the market very well. And they just had a showcase that showed off PvP games. We know those are super popular. They showed off a PC port. They showed off games that appeal to people that like JRPGs. They showed games that appeal to people who like horror games. They showed Path of Exile 2. And then they also showed Astro Bot, which I think is a very, very broad spectrum, fun, approachable adventure game. I think they understand the market very well. Everybody said their showcase last year was an L, and then they posted record revenue for June. Why? Because the general public watches stuff like this, and they don't think the way that we do. I think most people watched that and thought, that's a bunch of great games coming. That looks fun. Now, again, I think Concord's a huge risk because it's a saturated market, but I don't think that everybody watched Concord and thought the same thing we did. History has shown itself with Call of Duty and all things that they couldn't break enough people. Again, I just think Call of Duty is a bad example because it's a multiplayer game. I think if PlayStation is trying to create a launcher that gives you library continuity, profile continuity, trophies, and all of that, I actually think they might see success where these other people did not. Because again, Call of Duty is not linked to a platform. It's not linked to a profile where you own games, and it's not linked to a console. It's not linked to an ecosystem. Xbox is still doing theirs. Why? It's linked to an ecosystem. It has more staying power, right? Like, you guys know that there's more PC Game Pass users than Game Pass users on console. Did you ever think about the fact that with 15 million people on PC Game Pass, they're using that storefront, and you guys are all like, it's trash, no one uses it. The stats prove you wrong. You're strutting around acting like, yeah, all these other launchers fail, they all suck, they're all terrible, all hail Steam. There are more PC Game Pass users than console users. There's 15 million. What do you think about that? Where are those people? Are those people a small percentage? Are they nobody? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Like, if Xbox, as being in last place, can amass that many people interacting with their storefront on PC, why you don't think PlayStation can do it? They have more consoles in circulation. They have more people on PS Plus. Like, they're a larger contender in the gaming space. And you don't think they can do what Microsoft has been able to do? Like, I think they could launch a launcher and have people use it. More reason not to do it. It would cannibalize console? No, it wouldn't. Why would it cannibalize console if what Herman Hulse said is their goal is to launch games and bring them to PC later? Like, if their goal is to launch games on PC later, and their goal is to coax people who really like a game and want the sequel to buy a PlayStation 5, I think a launcher can help with that. Oh, yeah. You played God of War on PC in our launcher. You got your trophies. You got your achievements. All of that. All of that comes over with you if you buy a PlayStation to get the sequel. Like, that's an easier bridge to get people to do it. Like, that's an easier bridge of getting people to consider coming over and buying a console. That's exactly what it's done with Xbox. No, another just horribly inaccurate comparison. Xbox did day and date on PC. Xbox also failed to make enough consoles. They failed to have a singular console offering with the Series S and the X. They constrained the production of the Series X. They did not have a steady flow of first-party games this generation at all. They also lost last generation abysmally because of the Xbox One and the marketing that went into the TV and everything else. To act like Xbox is in the place that they're in because they decided to start putting their games on PC is just such a simplistic diagnosis of what happened with Xbox. Like, Xbox certainly hurt like the demand of their console with day and date. That's perfectly fine if that's your argument, because PlayStation's not doing day and date. They just said that yesterday. So bringing games to PC like 18 months later, 2 years later, isn't going to hurt demand for your console. And as I said, we know people that bought God of War 2018 and bought a PlayStation 5 because they wanted Ragnarok. That proves that there are people that will do it. And if you're getting people to do that every single time you do that, like they're going to do it with Tsushima, that's called adoption, right? You're getting people to come over and say, "Oh wow, this is worth it." What really hurt demand for their games was the games. Right, like Xbox did far more to themselves than just like start putting their games on PC. Like, their presence of games this generation has been just bad. It's just been bad. Yeah, I mean, sorry, I splashed water in my face. Yeah, like, yeah, the chip shortages and stuff definitely hurt the early years of this generation for sure. That played a role. But that, like, if you think Xbox is where they are now because they did day and date on PC, I think that's too simplistic of a view. That's way too simplistic of a view of it. PS5 success has nothing to do with Sicky. Yeah, I don't think PS5 success. I think they struggle with there were chipset shortages and everything else. Spending $500 to not wait years to play a game is totally worth it. It depends. Did you see that Concord pre-order comes with 4 beta keys? Oh, like give to your friends. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, what set us down this road is the login requirement for Ragnarok, which, again, I'm on record as thinking is a stupid idea, but I do think it signals that they're going to want to do their own launcher, which, as much as you think it's a bad idea, I think there are plenty of people who are not nearly as persnickety and would be willing to do it, and then that's just more money. That just makes every game that they did in that way more profitable. You know. If you get 500,000 people to 1 million people to do it, you know, so that's a lot. That's a lot of more money that you're not having to share with Steam. If the games are good, people will go where they're asked to go. I think publishers doing it, it makes sense why it didn't work. Epic struggling because they're trying to compete in an environment where it's just almost impossible to get people to migrate, because it's like, why would I migrate to your storefront? You're okay, you give me a free game, you got exclusives, like, okay, like that's not even moving the needle for them. I don't think that's the same as a platform. You know, Xbox has proven that they got decent adoption. Now, I wouldn't say amazing adoption, but I mean, Xbox has gotten a pretty good amount of people to do it. I'm not sure what what we'll do tomorrow. I'm gonna maybe try to hop on the phone with Creature and see what the story is tomorrow with Mike, and then I'll let you guys know. Don't forget, wherever you are in the world, there's a lot of you here right now. There's still a lot of you here. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that like button before you leave. My allergies are starting to get to me. Don't forget, right now it's 7:30 my time, okay? In 30 minutes, it's going to be 8 o'clock my time. So look at the clock at wherever you are in the world, okay? This time tomorrow night, we're going to be having a stream. I'll be hanging out with my wife, having some drinks, having some laughs, and then I'll be playing Foam Stars with Creature. He hates that game. It's going to be hilarious. You guys unlock that. I don't even know what the total is now. Hang on. 264 plus 176 plus 125 plus 31. Okay, so for the week, we hit 595. Another 5 members, and that's a stretch goal. And I think we're just going to try to find like a onesie or something to make me wear just to make it even more cutesy and annoying. So that should be fun. And then we'll see if we can't hammer out a good topic for tomorrow. We'll see. You know, maybe the God of War thing will be spicy enough that it'll bring a ton of people in to debate about it. That might be fun. No upload, though. I won't have time to record one. It's late. So, appreciate your guys' support so much. If you haven't hit like. Let's try to get 500 likes on this video. It'll do well later. I don't think it's going to get muted. I don't know if there was any copyrighted music in there. There might have been some. So, yeah. So, appreciate you guys so much. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a fun time. Friday night's going to be a blast. Hanging out with you guys is a blast. And then I'm going to be live with Pure Dead Gaming tomorrow with Donnie and the boys at 4:30 in the afternoon. So keep an eye open for that on Twitter and Discord. And I will see you guys later.